starting on October 8th. That'll be his first meeting, so he's not here for tonight. You want to go by the,
No, there are several 5A items that are like second or third preliminary review for new construction. We should run through the standard items and we look at the end.
yeah, we got a pretty full house tonight, so. Are you saying put off the,
Yeah, I think the new.
The longer reviews, we'll come back to those and then so let's move to the new items that are.
okay. We do have we have two 5B and 5E that I believe are here regarding, one's a metal fence, one's a metal re-roof. I'm in agreement with, let's put,
Yeah, I'm just talking about the.
okay, so the new construction reviews, we're gonna put those to the end, of the residents that are here, which we have a lot here tonight. So, so if I skip you, if you're a new construction review, then I'm gonna skip you and we're gonna come back to you. So, okay, so don't freak out. All right, so, first is gonna be 5B, 11150 Griffin Boulevard for a metal fence. Sir, if you'd like to look there.
Yeah, for some reason, Denise is the one you forwarded. I never got that.
Yeah, we got that's, so none of the board got the agenda. Like,
Got it.
all right, I can,
But these new gates, where are they going?
We changed the fence from horizontal to vertical, and then we gave you another site plan showing where the gates were gonna be.
Wait, can you show me? Because on the site plan, I don't see anything indicating the gates. In this package. Yeah, so I see the detail, but where are they going? I don't see it. So- Do you know where they're going? Yeah.
Mayor? Is he for next?
Yeah.
agenda? Okay, just, have him write down his address and we'll come to you at the end, sir. Okay. Okay, so I'm looking at the sites plan and I don't see any marking of where this fence is going.
Yeah, he said there was a different drawing uploaded, but that's not latest. Sensitive. Do you know where it's going? So that they changed the detail of the fence from horizontal pickets to vertical to address the possibility issue.
Yeah,
So if we look at the old application for this one, that's different.
but on the old application, did it show it on the survey?
Is this for the fence for the house or it's some construction fence?
No, I think it's a new gate.
Okay. Yeah, because it looks like there's a red line around the whole property. That would be like.
Yeah. that's
Property
the
line.
And then it's like.
But-
chain link fence, which is like.
And it goes out into the canal too.
Right, it goes into the canal. I don't think that's the fence.
So this gauge shows it on the two corners of the house. So it's the
Okay.
acceptable, but I think that's in Open Gov.
And then the wooden fence goes all the way around.
Is it just the front, across the front at the corners?
You know, standard issue, two corners on the front of the house and side.
You just show it to David really quick?
So. Sorry, on our agenda, it says a metal fence. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Right there. Right there. So, but then why is there like a wood RX wood sealer thing at the bottom?
I mean, definitely that needs to be in, but do you know if it got uploaded already or you're not even sure?
I mean,
I understand where you're putting it.
we can make a motion pending that
They're-
drawing submitted. Yeah, but I was just curious, if it's a metal fence, why is there a wood RX? Wood sealer, water repellent?
So in this package that we have tonight, there's like a wood sealant product. What this is for, or why this got uploaded? Okay, so
What is-
a motion to approve a
Metal.
vertical aluminum vertical picket fence and gate on the two sides of the house. Not in front of
He
the
doesn't have
house.
the rights. It's not on the survey, so he has to submit it.
Seconds.
Okay. Okay,
Oh.
that was Ed and David. All in favor, say aye.
No, Ed Scarlett,
I'm sorry, Ben Scarlett. Motion carries.
you're good.
Just upload that
Can I
revised,
just ask if you have the conversation, please go outside? Thank you.
yeah, just upload that revised site plan. Hope it goes. Yeah, you probably have to. I don't need to bring it in at all, just upload it. And again, unless you can't upload it for some reason, talk to Denisha.
Okay, so 5C we'll come back to because that's new construction. Is there anybody did anybody come in for 5D? No? All right, next would be 5E, 11929, Northeast Sixth Avenue, metal roofs, Ivanov. Sir, thank you.
I'm here on a short notice because Stan couldn't make it, and I'm here on his behalf. And as far as I know, we submitted the roof color, so we had to change it. You didn't approve it, so we had to change the roof color, and I'm here with the other color for you to check in.
Okay, so,
So now it's dark bronze.
Yes,
which is brown.
Yes. It's on the sheet that has the overhangs.
I have it on my phone just in case.
Do you have a sample of it?
Yes,
Let me just, there's 124 pages, just scrolling. Okay, so let me go all the way back up to the top.
I have a sample of it on my phone.
The dark bronze, you have it there with you?
Yes,
Okay, you just show it to us?
yeah,
It's just brown, right? Or just show it. The gentleman on the end, he'll look at it. Okay, very good. All right.
Second.
Ed, David, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. You're good, sir. Thank you. All right, next would be the 5F, but we're going to come back to that because that's a preliminary review. So we're going to go into the new business, again, trying to, with the residents that are here, 6A, 500 Northeast 119th Street Pool, Sabat.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Evening.
Contractor was not able to be here. I don't know if it's in Zoom, but we are representing him.
All right, so we're gonna look at it. So you're basically want to put it in the rear middle of your yard. You have a
Yep.
28-foot side. Your setbacks are fine.
Yes,
Just lot coverage.
Also fine.
This lot coverage is fine. Okay,
Motion to approve.
David and Scarlett, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. You're good, sir. Thank you.
thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Separately, it looks already like you do have fences on both sides.
Yes, the fence, the 1510, they just put a fence on the whole side of the house, so it's completely fenced, the back.
Right. B didn't show up.
Yep.
No.
Thank you.
All right, next one I have would be 6C, 740 Northeast 120th Street, concrete driveway.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
The new driveway for the new house that we've been building.
So you're at 17% and 45% on your lot coverage,
Yes,
and it's a concrete, okay. This has not been done already, has it? No?
No.
Okay.
Obviously a challenging site.
Yes,
With that
because-
narrow swale area.
uh-huh,
On the surface, looking at it, doesn't seem like that concrete is 40% of that swale. It seems more like it's 90% of that swale. Obviously, again, you have a very small.
it's weird, I don't know if,
Because looks to me like everything in light yellow is basically property plus swale, right? This is your front yard, so your good there is a front. This yellow area is swale, right? That's all it is. Yeah, but even if you include the gap, yeah, it's still not getting 40, so. Don't know what would really be the boundary of the swale, probably extend that more. It's here, I don't know. Doesn't we?
So their swale literally is like that little tiny slip.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get the hardship, it's just that percentages on that, up, it's saying it's 40 or 30. Out. 39.74.
Like 80.
I don't know what we did with the other. Yeah. I don't know what we did on the other 120th, one that was the variance house, I mean.
Yeah, that was, see, then that's what I thought about this was because that one, if you look at it, there, the driveway almost jumps into the swale of the house and the cul-de-sac. So, you know, you have to make sure that you really turn that thing out so that it hits the street and it doesn't go, you're not
There's this
backing
angle.
into the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's his angled a bit, but.
The problem is that if they went single wide on the driveway going up to it, then it can't be deep enough for them to stack two cars onto the property in one single line, so.
Yeah, I just think they could come in the approach a bit narrower and then flare into the double.
Yeah, but I think that this is backing in and out two cars through that weird angle. I mean, this is one of those things that, this is a very, very specific, unique lot that we should, you know, have a little lenience on. Just because what are the options? I mean, you know.
Well, so my only question is that the green etching, is that the existing road? So like you see here, how it has that green etching and that green etching? So the only thing that I would maybe ask for is, no, it's okay, I did something, is if it's possible to narrow it so that the width of it matches up with what the existing road is, because
So that kind of like 2 or 3 feet right there that you're looking at.
yeah, like it, because if you look up here on the survey, you see here, you see how it's doing that weird square thing, right? But then yours goes even wider than the weird square thing. Yeah, I think that visually also would make a lot more sense than having like basically stairs, right? Like a step in and then another step in. So, yeah, like to what Edward was saying is like maybe having a little bit more of a flare, but maybe it even widens that if you need it to be this square for on property, but that this line then widens to that line because it's not gonna visually, I think, look good if it's that other bump out.
Or how about,
Like trash cans and stuff, yeah. Stuff.
how about filling in that little part of asphalt? On top, having him,
So how would you phrase that?
just having the new driveway line up with the,
Yeah,
line up
So-
with the asphalt.
yeah, so. Yeah, so rather than it. Yeah, so what I would say is motion to approve as long as the driveway lines up with the existing asphalt versus being wider than the existing.
You're not driving off of the driveway into grass.
Yep.
You back out. Bless you.
So,
I have a motion. Is that a?
Yeah.
Ed, David, Ed, and all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
The motion carries. Okay. Good, thank you. All right, next is gonna be 6D, 820 Northeast 111th Street, demolition, Reyes Investments. Is that part of a larger one? Yeah, you know what? We're gonna come back to that one because that's tied into the second preliminary review. So we're gonna wait on that one. Just 1 second, sir. We're gonna do all the new construction towards the end of the agenda. 6E, 923 Northeast 108th Street, Pool and Spa. Okay. Just give us a second. Right, so this is in the rear of the property. 10-foot setback met. The side setback is 15, so you're within your setbacks. And the lot coverage is. You see the calculation on the lot coverage? And while we're doing that, is there a fence around the property?
Yes, entire property is fenced out.
Okay. On page 23? So with the pool, you're at 41%.
That's
Oh.
correct.
All right. I mean, the survey doesn't show a fence around it, but there is an existing fence with
Yeah, it's
gates.
existing fence, yeah, the chain link fence all around the property.
Okay.
The public record shows that.
Did I have a motion? I'm sorry. Ed
second.
and David, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, you're good, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, next is gonna be 6G 1000 Northeast 120th Street, Impact Windows. Aguilar. The front of the house, we're dealing with windows A, B, F, and B.
I believe so.
A is a single hung, B is picture windows, F, picture window, and B, picture windows. So we have a combination of picture windows and single hungs across the front.
Yes, sir.
Would we allow that combination?
And do we have colors of the framing?
And the color?
Yeah, there's a picture there. It's a
White?
white frame, gray glass.
Motion to approve?
David and Scarlett, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Carries. All right, you're good, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. And the next one is 6J. Okay, 6J 10801 Griffin Boulevard. That's Helen. Is that part of a new construction? The standalone demolition permit. I don't see the building permit that goes with it. Okay.
Did we pass a building permit for this a long time ago? It's the house that's like at the very end of the point.
We did what?
We pass a permit, building.
I don't recall seeing a, is there a building permit involved in set in?
No.
Night? Okay. I don't recall I know this house.
Yeah.
Is there a fence application? Because you're gonna need to do a fence for, around it for the demolition.
Correct. No, we haven't done that.
And then what about, what is the status of the new, the permits for the new, or the drawings for the new house?
We don't have any yet. For now, they just want to demolish the house.
I mean, we can approve the demolition, but they just won't be able to do anything until you get the fence permit.
Okay,
So, I mean, it just,
We'll bring you back
So wait.
here again for the same.
all right. Perfect.
Motion to approve.
Second?
all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carried. Did anybody else come in between? There's a lot of people here. Huh? 6L and F is here? Okay. 6L 11001 Northeast 9th Avenue, aluminum fence, gate and fence.
It's just the two front parts, just the two front gates?
Yes.
So they're just at the front corners. They're 6 foot high. Just question, is there, how big are these gaps? They,
It states there.
It appears to be half inch. I don't know, there's one kind of errant dimension that says 1 inch, but I was thinking it's a 12.
I think it's half inch.
half inch. What's the color?
Aluminum bronze.
Okay.
Motion to approve?
David Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Okay, you're good. Thank you.
Thank you. Are we doing you calling me for the roof later? For the,
It's the next one, so it would be,
Oh.
yeah, so the next would be 6M 11001 Northeast 9th Avenue, carport. This is for the carport?
yes, sorry.
Okay. So 5 foot side setback, 13 foot 6, 20 foot by 20 foot carport. Is this, are you reducing the size of the, because I think there's a code violation, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is meeting our code. 8 foot 10 high. All right. What's the carport?
As far as the height, if it's shorter, does it have any problem?
No,
Okay. Also, one question.
Sure.
The measurements, when the inspector comes, they measure the 20 by 20 by the posts or by the panels on the top?
by the roof?
Area.
Okay, so not by the post.
Yeah, but the post is where they would measure the side, the setbacks would be to the post.
Okay,
Because right now you look like you have them in 1 foot, which is fine, because then you know, you want to have enough room to get your cars in. So.
okay.
So
20 by 20 is the overall size of the structure.
the thing that's roofed on the side, what is that?
So that's all part of the code violation. We're not, I take it you're removing you're not applying for that roof structure that's on the side of the house? I think
No, that's.
there's an
existing.
entire, you have like a carport and then there's like some structure on the side?
No, we only did the carport, so that's existing. On the side, it was always like this. We just switched the panels.
I mean,
to
it
this
looks,
one.
I mean, just by happening to be going by it, it looks pretty new, like it's the new, like the carport that's in the front.
Right, we just, we bought the house like this. We just were switching the panels because the panels there were leaks on it. And that's when you guys thought that there wasn't.
Okay.
Well, because the thing is that, isn't it that technically it's one carport per
Well,
property?
the
or-
thing is, but it's existing, but she's saying it's existing and she didn't change it, so it's kind of illegal non-conforming. I mean, it looks pretty new if you drive by it, but that's up to our code enforcement officer to work on that. But we're here voting on the carport, so
A motion to approve?
What it's worth. That inside was there when
okay. Okay,
also do, but. they report it.
all right. David? David Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye, motion carries. All right,
Thank
you're
you.
good. Thank you, ma'am.
Also, may I just ask, is there are you guys looking forward to any pickleballs in the park by any chance? Or
that?
tennis courts to be built?
I know there's like discussion about pickleball courts. I don't know if that's gonna include, tennis courts. But there is a discussion on pickleball courts. But,
Okay,
I mean,
I
it
don't
would,
know
it would
if
make
the
sense to
budget-
put them on a multi-purpose surface, but I don't know anything about it, actually.
And the intent of the question is that we wanted to not even offer a bid, just offer to build the pickleball at cost and just whatever cheapest price you guys have bids from, we'll just match it and just build it to you guys.
Yeah, I would be through the village manager. I mean, there's a whole entire bidding process that has to go through.
Go to the next village commission meeting. Because
Okay.
they are discussing this potential grant that they're seeking that would give funding to do some improvements in the park.
Okay,
I think the whole pickleball court thing is part of that effort, so they're the right people to talk to about it, commissioners, but.
okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so the next I have is 6P, 11801 Northeast 9th Avenue, driveway umbrella. All right. I think that's this gentleman here.
So
Oh,
what is it exactly you're
yeah, we saw both of them.
trying to do?
So it's an umbrella, and it's about a 16 by 16 size, it's
But
almost like
in the driveway.
Correct.
But what's the purpose of? it?
shade cover.
For vehicular shade?
Correct.
We have in our code carports, right? But carports have certain regulations about materiality and.
It's not really a carport, it's just one of those big umbrellas. I can show you a picture.
No, I
but
see
it's-
it in the package. I just was trying to understand what it was for.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's a permanently affixed structure that's covering cars, so it's a carport.
Correct.
Okay. What's the material that's the, what
Canvas.
is it made out of?
It's canvas,
It's canvas and the structure is
metal.
like what type, like aluminum? Okay. Well, this is a first. Um.
So it's actually an umbrella.
Correct.
Oh. And then the cars would park on each side of the pole?
Correct.
So it's a carport. So let's just clarify the terminology. I mean, it looks like an umbrella, but it actually is a carport. So we don't have regulations on what the carport designs are. The only regulation we have is that they are made out of canvas and aluminum. So it's a new one. Now it has to sustain, hurricane strength winds. So that's between you and the building department to make sure that this thing doesn't just fly away in the next hurricane.
Don't jinx us. Season's not over.
I mean, it's a new one.
Well, the umbrella itself, I think, is 16 by 20. It retracts, of course, and the stem goes 3 feet into the ground. There's a base that is built into the ground 3 by 3.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Concern, I was just the size. So you're saying it's 16 by 20 is.
16 by 20, but
Open.
open, correct.
Then. I mean, post is gonna be at least 5 feet away from the property line. You don't have a.
Yes, exactly.
Well, actually,
It's center, yeah.
I mean, when it's open, the edge of it has to be 5 feet from the property. Because we have to take into consideration at the opened size.
Yeah, except for.
You can't just have the post at 5 feet and then.
Disagree.
over-
Carport beforehand, post had to be 5 feet.
But that was 1 foot.
Yeah, no, I
This
understand.
is a center post in the middle of a 20-foot high.
Look at his driveway. He's got, I don't know.
There's way more than 5 feet on each side. Correct. Correct.
The only thing is you would have to be, that post would, well,
It has,
it has to be inside your property line, the whole carport, right? So
Correct.
You'd be setting that post far enough back that this opened canvas structure would still be 5 feet back from your property line.
when it's open, the edge of it is 5 feet in from your property line.
Now
Okay.
I'm talking about the front, because your sides is not the concern.
I got you.
Your front potentially is, because even this kind of drawing that was provided.
It kind of shows it like
shows
on,
it on the like the edge of it on the property line, right? So this edge, when it's sprawled and open, would have to be 5 feet back.
So that should be this, well, I don't know, he says it's 16 by 20.
Yeah, so it,
I don't think it
I'm just
fits.
doing the math here, right? Yeah, maybe if it's 20 in width, 16 in depth,
Yeah, but
it'll make it work.
it's only 4 feet. It's only
Yeah,
20
20.
feet.
I don't know if you're, what we're kind of getting at,
I-
makes sense, but
Yeah, I'll take measurements, and if it's within 5 feet, it's okay. If I have
Oh,
the
it-
five,
Yeah,
five,
just-
five-
closer than 5 feet.
your front
5 feet
setback.
from edge to the front of the, I get
Yeah,
it.
but just looking on your own survey, right, you have a 20-foot setback to the house, right? 20-foot 10. Actually, not gonna bring the foot there.
Yeah, it's not a clear.
No, but then down here is 20-foot.
20, 20, 18.
So, you really have a 20-foot setback to the front of the house from the property line. Exactly, so when you opened it up, you'd be, yeah, but hey, 1 foot encroachment that we just said. we would be-
I know.
So just make sure it's open, it's bumping up against your house, basically.
Perfect.
What
if it's not entirely open? I mean, what if it's kept like closed?
Yeah, again, if the whole thing's open and you're The edge is 4 feet from the property line.
My only thought that on that part is like from an NOAA and like the building thing, they're gonna wanna see that like, oh yeah, it passes, we don't care, but it passes the hurricane thing fully open and like a semi-open
They-
umbrella
Totally.
probably wouldn't
Got it.
have
I
a
don't
certain.
think they will actually. So the whole reason why, like, you do a canvas carport, the engineering is a fraction of a roof carport, in theory.
You take the
You
canvas
can
off.
take Canvas down when storms come. So the engineering on that is gonna be.
Oh, pretty minimal.
Just holds the pole steady.
Right.
But in any case, yes.
But then the question becomes, if the excuse becomes, oh, when a hurricane comes, we'll just take it down and we'll put it in the garage. Okay,
No, I
so,
think-
so if that's the case, then does it become a non-permanent structure?
Track the umbrella, but the umbrella posts would say. There are footings and.
The footings would remain in the ground.
I think the post itself, I don't think you're taking the umbrella. you're
No.
shutting.
Exactly.
So we need you to show on the drawing in the open position, the 16 by 20 with it, a line saying, 5 feet, to the front property line.
Well, it seems
Um,
like it'll be 4 feet and that's okay. 4
It'll
feet.
be, it'll literally have to be up against the house, you have to show it against the house pretty much.
Got it. Okay.
So, but right now, the way it's drawn, it's not technical enough. But as far as,
Mind if, do you
Resubmit a
mind,
drawing?
we'll
That's fine.
Table it, everyone on it, vote on it, resubmit that drawing a little more to scale.
No problem.
Show the column, the post. which is
Where it's gonna go.
maybe, What, 9 foot back or whatever?
Yeah, I'll take the measurements. I'll figure it out.
and,
Do you mind if I ask what color the camp? is?
Yeah, it's tan. It's like a cream beige.
And it's not like, doesn't have a big logo on.
No, nothing on it. It's just plain beige.
Okay, so motion to table for scaled site plan.
okay, and just to let you know, if you put it in the way we described it, you don't have to come back to the next meeting.
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, you could just submit it and we'll look at it and go, okay, he did what we
Awesome.
asked and
Okay,
we'll
great.
just, okay.
perfect.
So I have a motion to table from Ed.
Second.
David, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so we're just tabling it from.
So- I revised that, I don't put carport, I went umbrella. It's a moot point.
And also, yes, it is a cardboard. Thank you, sir. All right, so is everybody here for new construction, or is there anybody else that's,
Anybody here not for new construction?
Overall structure.
okay, this couple, let's just do this couple here. What's your,
Steve Payne.
oh, is that the walk-on? Okay, and then the lady in the, I'm sorry, ma'am, the lady in the rear? 6Q? Okay, so we'll do you're next.
Your roof.
12010 Northeast Seventh Avenue for a PVC fence.
This column. have to be-
Well, that's
6Q.
You.
All right, so 6 foot high by 4 foot wide, single swing gate. On the 120th Street side, how far back is that 4 feet high from the property line? Is there a dimension anywhere?
12 feet.
Oh, no, from the property lines. The code states 3 feet. Well, at 4 feet high, you're allowed to have a 3 foot, it has to have a 3 foot setback from the side, 120th
Yes,
Street.
so
property line.
120th Street is 3 feet back
Okay.
from the property line.
Okay, so that part of of it is fine. The issue becomes the fence along the rear. The code states that all of that fence that is on the side has to be of the same height. So the part that you have along the rear on that side of the house, the other side of the house actually is fine. Once it leaves past the point of the house, it's in the side front yard. So all of it has to be of one height. So it's either make it 4 feet height and match the rest, which is all, it looks like it's all within legally you're allowed to do, or make the rest of it 6 feet, then you have to set it back to 7 feet. That makes sense.
If she makes it 4 feet, the problem is that it's connecting to a 6 foot fence.
Yeah, you can step up once you get to 6 point.
So she could take the 6 foot up to the edge of the house, which is, let's call it another 10 feet or so, and then has to drop it.
Yeah, so So it says 39 feet of height, of 6 feet high, so,
Survey old or something?
yeah,
Like,
because it says 41 feet.
someone's hand drawn in like house bigger, the survey shows kind of thing. But, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because
the-
the survey
we-
says.
We
40
just
feet.
finished doing a major renovation, which was approved by this body on the north side of the house. We enclosed a garage and came forward a few feet, so that's 6 foot on that side. On the other side, a patio was added, so the patio comes out from the original survey of the house. So this is a side yard essentially, so I'm trying to extend the fence that's already in what is our backyard all the way out to 3 feet before the property line, continue that 6 foot down the side, 3 feet in from the property line, and then drop when you get to the front, as you're looking at the house, down to 4 feet, and continue that 4 feet to connect to the new patio that is there.
But that's not the corner of the house. It's actually a little patio.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
This thing here is where you're saying you had. House itself stops here. And so what's happening here? This fence terminates in the corner of patio. Part of the patio. Do what you want to do. I just want to understand. So all that Dave was saying before is that basically this is the house. Past this line, past this corner, this is all considered probably a secondary front. Yeah, it can go 6 foot. Yeah, once it becomes in your, really what is a front yard? I know it's the side of your house, but it's a front yard. Purposes of zoning, then all this fence would be one. Now, you can make this 6 feet, and match that, it just needs to step back further. So if you want, basically just making this 39 feet, 4 foot. Problem over. Yeah, I mean, it's not really drop, right, because it's all new, so you step down, and you build the new fence, just do a 4 foot fence, right? This,
Well, the thought process is that you used to be able to not put any fence there. Like zero. You wouldn't, 10, 15 years ago, we would have denied it because you're not allowed to have fences on your side front property line. The new code was written in a way of giving people with corner lots the ability to put fences up. So it gave them the ability, but the part of the code was is that we didn't want to have mixed sizes, heights and such.
the way it's written, you have two fronts, you don't have. Front. I think that's taken in front of the fence.
You have to put a 50% of landscaping.
And the fence can go. Well, you're going. You would not be the first, everyone that has a corner lot ends up going for a variance for their pools because they don't have the same problem. in the back. Side yard,
It's a procedural thing, really.
just basically this one, make that 4 feet and then everything you have otherwise can stay. That's fine.
Well, it's part of the fence, so it has to be for this continuous height of the fence, the 4 feet.
Even though we allow 5 foot gates in the front yard.
But they usually are standing alone. Yeah. I know, I know, but it's just still, we'd end up with a fence and then a gate and then the fence and continuous. It's kind of the entire.
So. if I were
You
to
can.
Push us, this is the part of the code that says people could put can't put a fence in the front of your house, right? This, you would not be allowed to have a fence here at all, right? But you could put a little standalone gate, landscape on either side of it, and that gate could be 5 foot. So I'm saying, let her do a 5-foot gate there, and I'd support you. I can't speak for everyone, but I'd say go for it.
But it would be attached to a fence?
Be part of the fence, but it's a gate. The code allows 5-foot gates. It's gonna landscape the rest. Of it. So I'll make a motion to approve an amended drawing that shows 4-foot high along a portion that's currently 39.65 and reduce the gate to a 5-foot high.
Second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Thank you.
Motion carries 3-1. You have to upload the new drawing showing the all of the fence at the 4 feet high.
The 4-foot with
The
the
gate
5-foot
five.
gate. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so I think we have one walk-in, but we'll have to deal with them at the end. Let's go to the people that have been very patient. So we're gonna go back up to the top of the agenda, 5A, 820 Northeast 11th Street, new construction, second preliminary review. We have drawings there? Okay. So we're gonna have you present them right over there by Ed. So.
One is to show a survey with trees on it, and this is a survey, there's trees here that are inconsequential to the lot in the back, and there's these two here that are these shrubs that look like pine trees. Those are the only ones that are there. And, one of them will have to be moved. Oriental arborvitae. These two are Oriental arborvitae. You know, like it used to be. These are avocados and gumbo lemons, say, and so all that's none of that. This is the only one. So that was number one. Number two is that, you want to provide a screen looking out into the neighbor. Yeah, so you wanted us to provide a screen because the bedroom windows were overlooking, and it's easier to show it in the renderings here. Site elevation. So what we did. Oh, there it is. There you go. So day view and night view. So what we created is this sort of trellis that we plan to rope some vines on it, but it shades it completely, and it is far away enough so that they can use the windows and still get out.
Is it actually becoming a functional deck, or is it just?
No, it's just decorative. Still a roof deck. It's not. It could be. I mean, if we wanted to do a planner, we could. It was the. Because the corner one.
Right here.
Yeah, the corner one, we said. You guys have said.
Because you said that the pool, because the other house's pool is over here.
Yeah, so it's, for us,
So,
it's better.
and
if
it was these two bedroom windows that we thought were like huge picture windows that were facing.
So that's where we added that.
Nice, nicely done.
And then number 3 was the lot coverage. Yeah, it's completely transparent. It'll let light in. It's what they call a brise soleil. So yeah. And then the other thing you asked is for us to modify the way we did the lot coverage. What we did it like we do for the lot coverage, which we thought this was a separate building. We took everything that's paved, right? We had to take away, like you guys said, because we were over. So I can't read those numbers, but we're good.
You're at 0.50, 5,770.
Yeah, we removed, so what we actually did, if you recall in our previous plan, all of this area was decked over the the premise there. So what we're going to do is add turf there. What we're gonna do is add turf there. Turf for us means synthetic grass, so that you can still lounge and put your lounge chairs there. Everything else will be just regular grass. And then we did the driveway
But turf
calculation.
is in like green turf, like.
Yeah, green turf,
Okay,
right,
like
yeah.
Landscape.
Yeah, we'll submit a
Natural,
we'll
not-
submit a
not-
sample,
Okay.
yeah. And
Hold
then
on, a sample of grass or a sample of artificial turf?
artificial turf.
Okay.
And then we did the driveway calculation here to make sure that that complies.
Artificial turf is gonna be considered part of your not lot coverage?
So it drains through completely.
Yeah.
It's not considered, part of the lot coverage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that sometimes that depends on installation situation.
Yeah, like if you're,
If-
if you put it on top of a concrete pad, it's.
Oh, no, it's not gonna be that, obviously. It's gonna be direct application where you have to do all that. If you don't want it, we're happy to put regular grass.
Let's put
It
regular
was,
grass.
it was just more convenient for us to have that because
Because
maintain-
technically
Also,
is a
because
lot.
whether it percolates or whether it's pervious is again kind of a misnomer, because the code just talks really
Right.
about improvements. So, turf is sort of an artificial improvement to the land.
Right.
So we would
Right, okay, so we'll keep it natural grass. So those were the three things you had asked for.
So we are in second review. He's addressed everything that we've requested.
Yeah, we would want to move on.
Overall height, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was okay, that hasn't changed at all.
From base flood, okay, +1, okay. Do we want to move this forward to actual reading or consideration? Because he's done everything we asked for on the first reading.
I'm fine with
It's already, old business is a voting. agenda.
It's on the agenda item, so it's just moving, moving it forward to his approving.
But you're asking to whether you want to make a motion to approve tonight or? you
Yes.
wanna- Yeah, no, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
We would appreciate that.
A motion to make new business item 6R, right?
No, because it's already.
old business.
Oh,
so
it's already on.
It's already on the
That's what I'm
agenda.
saying, it's already on the voting agenda.
All right, so we're moving it to approval, and I got Ed and then David. So all in favor, say aye. Aye.
So what does that mean? We don't come for a third
You
preliminary?
don't have to come for a third.
Okay.
You get to approve it. You can come back if you want.
No, and so do we come back for final now? The whole set of plans, we're done.
Well, full set of plans to the building department.
Okay,
You won't
got
come
you.
back before
All
us
right, good.
unless you make changes.
Right. So then the other thing we're asking for is just to demolish the house that's there. We already have the fence up.
So now you have to actually put an application in and you have.
It's there. It's the
We-
next
oh,
item.
Oh.
It's there.
New business,
Yeah.
motion to approve that motion.
So 820 820 Northeast 11th Street, demolition. Ed. And then David, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All right, so we approved the demolition.
And then you'll have to also submit a construction temporary fence, which does.
It's
come-
already been submitted and it's up.
Oh, okay, the fence is already up.
We're good?
We're good.
All right, thank you. Thanks for working with us. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I mean, we're all here. So next would be 5C 11315 Northeast 9th Court, new construction, third preliminary review.
Guys on plans, we.
Hi, good evening.
Hey, how's it going? So
Hello.
this actually is third, because I thought we were still kind of like, what are you? Like, the first was, I thought we were still,
Well, now you have
I thought we were still talking about this. I didn't know. it was
This is
actually had
the-
gone-
this is
it
the
was
guy
on
you need to
file
talk to.
And ticking over to actual.
He's the one you need to talk to in this case.
Right. So do we have a drawing?
You should have drawings.
Oh, we do?
I have them here anyway.
Okay. So we can all go back to our seats. If we're just looking at drawings, tablets, then. So is this, hold on, this is Ninth Court, this is over here by the park.
park, yeah.
Okay, you already demoed it. The
Yeah.
house is there, it was taken down over the weekend, right?
Not yet.
I mean, it's a big pile of
Yeah.
rubble right now.
Yeah.
Only, yeah, by
Fully
tomorrow,
demolished.
Wednesday, hopefully.
So the first time it came in, we had a lot of comments. Second time we came in, I think we still had
Had a lot
more
of
comments.
comments.
Okay, so you guys have printed this up for us.
So you guys like did full MEPs instructional on this?
No, not yet.
In
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
No, the first
The
ones,
first-
yes, but they
the
were
first-
incorrect.
yeah.
Then we just went back and through the changes, the side setbacks.
All these are.
Yeah,
All
go.
that is yeah.
Right, so,
It's a new project.
We're gonna just-
so we start with, let's start with the basic floor plan.
Yeah,
What are our setbacks?
Okay, we have the entrance here.
Okay.
There's a social living, kitchen, dining, living over here, family here, bedroom.
So this is the first floor, okay. What is that front setback from the front of the house to the property line?
At 30,
30,
Yeah.
okay. And from that side?
10, 10 and 10.
10 and
But
10?
we're leaving, yeah, a little bit more. This is like 8, 11, 11. Here we have 15. And here we have 14. And
Yeah, this is the one, you had some issues with the new.
yeah, we're moving like
Yeah.
the whole facade a little bit.
Okay, so 11 and 10. Okay, so your setbacks are good. What about the
Yeah,
rear
on
of
the
the
first
pool?
floor, your setbacks. are-
It's 10 over here,
Okay,
the pool,
and then to the actual house
uh, from the pool.
from the property line?
Rear
Oh, no,
setback.
it's like 20, like 25. It's 10, 20, yeah, like 30.
Okay, what is that wall right there? Is that,
It's just like a barbecue wall.
no, but is that 1 story high or is that? part
Yeah,
of the
one
second-
story, no,
Okay,
1 story.
Okay.
All this is 2-story.
Okay.
And this is 1 story. And then you go up. And then you have like a lounge here with the 3 bedrooms. And suite bathrooms. This is the
Okay,
walk-in
so-
closet, the whole primary bedroom.
So what is our length
Revise
here?
this to 30.
Yeah.
Right, so you're at the max, and then this is 15.
Yeah.
And that's 15, so you're complying there.
We're complying here. We have 14 here.
But is that also a side
Yeah.
setback?
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, it is.
so you're not complying, because this is 32 over the 30 you're allowed.
It was supposed to be 30. I know why, because they. Okay, I'm gonna go back. I can go back here, but
So that would be okay, and then
Yeah.
beyond that, this is.
this is
part of
Paris.
Paris.
And this is the
So,
bathroom.
what are we gauge, how are we feeling about this? Because you basically have 32'9" of building, and then you've got, I'm assuming, a screen wall that's as
Yeah.
high as the architecture, right?
No, it's gonna be 1 story.
So that's below this.
Yeah.
No, screen wall is on
Well,
the second
you
story?
need the screen wall on the second story, because you have to provide privacy from the terrace.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that,
Okay.
Kind of
It's like
could
a
be treated
cladding,
as
yeah,
an
like a
extension.
transparent cladding.
So just set it back. I mean, you have a 2-foot column there.
Yeah,
Set it back
yeah.
another foot.
Yeah, that's it.
So then you.
just otherwise, we're gonna count this as part of your 30, right? So if you're
Ah,
gonna
but
shorten,
I can
make sure it's at 15 feet for that screen, and then you're good to go.
Okay.
And then this just shorten up.
Okay.
Starting up this length here.
Yeah.
Right.
These
By
must
2'9".
comply 30 feet. Okay.
Pero porque este van a los dos.
No, it's-
Okay, and then
Do you
what's-
have the overall lot calculations with the new footprint and pool and
Lot-
deck and all
lot
that stuff?
coverage.
Lot
Yeah,
coverage,
it's
sorry.
50%.
All right, so let's look at the
less
windows.
than
Let's look at those windows really quick before. So, I mean, probably be easier to look at the elevations.
Yeah.
The side elevations. Okay, so that's,
2 sides.
Yeah, it's sides.
and then what's that big
So
window
that's
on?
the
Kitchen.
screen that we were talking about a second ago?
It's.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's this one.
So this is the screen element here?
Yeah, I can show it here better. The screen is here.
Yeah, so it's not there.
It's supposed to be there.
So,
But that also looks like just a small balcony.
Yeah.
Isn't that a larger terrace?
No.
You're showing in plan?
No, it's the roof of the,
you go back to
the
the floor plan?
Yeah, seems like it was larger before, maybe not. I mean, a little bit. It's just the angle. of
And then
that
those,
rendering.
and then on the elevation, you're showing
Yeah.
your big window here, and there's a little window over there. So-
No. It's this,
Isn't that a big window right there?
but that's over here.
Oh, that's beyond.
That's beyond, it's,
This thing
it's
here.
this window there.
So you're really missing the screen then, because the
Yeah,
screen,
yeah, I'm
actually, you
missing the
wouldn't see
screen,
that
right,
window if you
yeah,
had
I
the
know,
screen.
you're right.
Okay, so basically, Windows, we're really dealing with these two,
Yeah,
which,
There's a third, missing, isn't there a third on that, on the floor plan?
one,
Oh, two, okay, there's two, okay.
which are in, one is in the bathroom and one is over a nightstand.
So can I question the full height windows?
Is the one in the bathroom gonna be
behind-
frosted or
it's
no?
frosted, yeah,
Both or just the one in the bathroom?
only the bathroom. And also on the, also here, these are all frosted.
Those are,
Yeah, and those are labeled frosted, so
Yeah.
that's cool, sorry, that's helpful. And that is labeled frosted there.
That's the bathroom.
This one, I mean, is there any objection to making that a horizontal clear story? Because it's kind of odd right now anyways, like it's behind a nightstand on one side of the bed. So I'm facing the bed, I've got a vertical window on one side and nothing on the other. Because if you could just make it a horizontal clear story over the bed, get all the light you want and. Some
The
privacy.
things I like the headboard of the bed clean with a, I don't know, with a
Because
paint.
our code, right, requires you to diminish visibility into adjacent property.
I can
So
take it out. I can just-
Take it out or
Yeah.
elevate it, you know, something to
Okay.
frost it, but if you want frosted window.
Yeah, you need a window in.
Yeah, well, there, I have a
I mean,
big
technically, he's
window,
got egress off the
Okay.
balcony, so.
13 feet window.
No,
It's a-
no se puede
like-
poner la ventana
like a sofa.
arriba, horizontal, casi
Yeah,
pegada
it's
al
not
techo,
worth it,
¿no?
guys. No. Not above your bed. I don't like that.
okay.
For you
So
to-
the
for you to
bath-
look at, just
so
we're
the bath-
giving you a comment. You
So
can
the
handle it
bathroom is
however
a
you
frosted
decide.
window, so we're not worried about
Yeah,
that.
so that's
Okay.
frosted, and then these apparently are
Are all
frosted,
frosted,
including this one.
not this
So it's the same story again, but
Yeah.
it's a little further step back.
Yeah.
I mean, you're already at 15, no, 11.4. Sorry, this is the
one.
first.
Anyway, I'm gonna have a lot of landscape here.
That's the second floor.
Because-
so it would scroll.
Because you're within the 30, so you
Yeah.
can be more than 4. So, but to that window, you're at 15.
Yeah.
Which is
That one.
this one here.
over here. It's this one right here.
It's the other side, right?
Other side.
That's just this one. Yeah, this one's over here. It's a clean house, simple, neutral. Very nice.
Right,
Just
so,
that's
so the
towards
first,
the park.
so to the garage is 30 feet,
Yeah.
to the second story is set back.
Oh, it's 30 feet.
No, but I mean, the second story looks like it's set back, the,
Yeah, because you're saying it's 30 feet to the garage, but this thing
No,
projects
no,
out. So
no.
it's 30 feet to the edge of
Yeah,
that balcony on
yeah,
the second.
so.
Yeah.
So.
Here,
So-
here.
So the,
That dimension, yeah, 30-foot setback to the balcony edge.
okay, so then so the actual wall of the second story is actually set back an additional.
It's gonna be four.
Additional 4 feet. 34.
Yeah.
All right. And let's look at the roof line again. The front, please. So it's all just one level,
Yeah.
basically, with a little tiny thing in
Yeah,
the middle.
yeah.
'Cause I think that was one of our comments last.
Yeah.
time, that It just
Yeah.
felt like the massing needs to be broken up, right? We don't allow, obviously,
The facade.
in the lengthwise
the-
section,
I
you're going
know.
up and down, but it's a bit flat across the front. right?
I know, you see it here much better.
So this
But-
first.
But this reads a lot high. I know it's an angle,
Yeah,
but it
but
reads a lot higher than,
Yeah, because when you see the facade, it's only like a. This is,
I mean, I get your point, right? You never, this is a flat
this is
2D
back,
elevation.
this
That's
is
not how
back,
you
this
see.
is, all
things,
this is
right?
back. But you see,
how far back is that? Flat? That's your point.
maybe 13 feet. All this,
So it's there.
yeah.
This is at a lower height here?
Yeah, all this,
This is single story?
single story.
So what is that height?
14?
So that front area that pops out is 14 feet?
Yeah.
Oh, so then we just solved our roof issue.
This one.
Because then you end up having a 14 foot,
No,
that's the
14,
back.
and then
this is,
Yeah, but it's not, that's not single story, that's double story.
it is like a story and a half.
14 feet.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just saying that, so this eyebrow thing, right, is not that far back, it's happening here.
It's happening here.
So what
The
is,
whole volume over here.
this thing is roofed over then?
It's,
This first floor portion is
Yeah.
roofed over?
yes.
Okay, so that's at 14 feet. So it's
I can-
technically it's 14 and it's set back.
Is that what you're showing me?
It is this one. But it is like 1 story and a half. More or less.
Which is 18 feet, it's our maximum on
Yeah.
the story. So it's at 14, you're fine.
Yeah, we're fine. The first drawing that we brought was a double height. Then we,
You dropped it down.
I dropped
Okay,
it
so,
out.
so our flat roof issue is satisfied.
Yeah,
It's from the front, you're looking at a roof and a half and then 2 stories behind it.
How many square feet is it?
4,000, 4,300.
For both floors.
Yeah, for the whole. No, that's not Delta. That's under AC, it's like around 4,300.
Okay, so, so let's, to David's point, what is your lot coverage? Can you show us the chart that shows all your lot coverage with the pool, the driveway, everything on it?
I think it must be there. Inside.
You have
Oh,
the
you have the same?
Yes.
I thought it was filed. I didn't bring it.
We didn't bring that.
Yeah, but it's, we're complying.
Okay, so everything is maximum 50%.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the pool, also, the pool.
The pool.
With the
yeah.
pool, with the driveway, with the
Walkway.
walkway, everything.
All right, so we satisfy the setbacks, we satisfy the movement on the side walls, we can satisfy the two roof levels.
Well, we need to come back. We didn't.
No, it'll come
we-
back to us.
Yes, we.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying
we
to
addressed,
check
yeah,
off
yeah,
everything. Is there a tree survey?
No, it's no
There's
trees.
no
sorry.
trees on the front.
Okay, so I just, give me a blank page that says.
No
survey,
trees.
No trees. Okay.
Were there no trees before you?
Yeah, no trees, no, perfect lot, no trees at all.
I promise there were no,
You need a 4-year-old or a 2-year-old to drive that?
I promise there were no trees.
All right, so any other comment? All right, so this is the third review, now the next time it's gonna be put on as an agenda item to actually vote on. So you can go ahead and make those changes.
Okay.
That we talked about.
And I would say that we for sure want to see a new dated, lot coverage that's dated after, or like from today on, so that we know that it's reflecting all of the final changes. That makes sense.
So the most current design that
That's
it's,
fine.
that it's doing.
On another note, can I just ask a separate question?
Sure.
So just so we understand, there's a lot, I don't know, if in front of the park, the corner house, white. It's essentially, we wanna do a house kind of like this. With a pool in the front. Is that allowed in this compound? No,
You're gonna get to put it in the front.
But it's
Just
inside
like-
the setbacks.
inside is happening,
I mean,
or
it's-
no?
The thing is that the lot is with this, that is so small that we have to go with the house like this, put the pool
Curious
here,
if it's
and
doable,
have like a,
Why
like
can't
a
you- If that's the
portico.
case, why can't you just flip it and put the pool in the wall?
Because it'll be stuck to your, we wanna use the setback, the front setback.
Yeah, because this is
That's
30.
part of it.
So the issue that, okay, you're gonna run into is, so it's an accessory structure, as long as you meet the setbacks, you could technically put it in that location. But then you run into, you have to put a fence, and you're not allowed to put a fence
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
You can't put a fence in front of the house.
Mm,
You're not.
No.
With a pool, maybe.
not, well, that's the thing. You
Even
might
you
be able to
want
get away with the pool, but you can't get away with the fence. So then the question becomes, why can't you put the pool over there?
It's like this.
No?
Well, no, conceptually saying, this is, would this be an issue?
This is like
But
this.
as Gates, it does become an issue because you have to put a fence, fences aren't allowed in the front, so. You know,
Fences are,
pool you could, but.
it's a facade
pool
of the
needs a
house.
Fence and fence are not allowed.
Yeah, but it's a facade of the house.
God,
Yeah.
there's a catch 22.
If you see it, it's like the facade of the house.
But
It's
when
not a
we-
fence. It's a whole wall. It's a whole
Because
wall.
You
It- it-
want.
it
Yeah,
becomes-
I mean, that, I would read that as a fence, but I get your point.
Can't
The
this
idea-
be the, this is the front
Yeah.
yard and that's
Idea
that.
that's not
The
a
idea
fence,
is
it's
to
part of
use
the house.
this
Part of the
side
house.
setback.
It's gonna be
Probably
like,
need to be some three dimensions, something, but I see where you're going, you know, I think you have to present something.
All right, just a concept before.
Well,
we-
it's like a almost like a courtyard.
Yeah.
a pool, but a very shallow depth.
Yeah.
Front of the house.
Just a concept before we rent.
The wall is part of the house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The front door
Yeah.
in it or something.
Yeah.
I mean, the pool is inside.
Maybe that's where you
Come
put
back and
a
talk to us
a pool
prior,
bathroom and
get
a
on the
barbe-
agenda.
a barbecue or something and make it
Part of the.
All right, so we're moving this to
Everyone,
first reading
thank
at the
you.
next
Yeah.
meeting.
Okay.
By when do we
October
have to,
7th.
Yes, so
by
you'll,
when do we have to submit to get on October 7th?
Friday,
I
Friday.
think it's this Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, right.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm about to do that.
All right, so this next one is 5F 12010 Northeast 11th Place, new construction, right? Hello.
We meet again.
Welcome.
So a guy walks into a store who's been invited to a Halloween party. We won't start off that way. I was hoping you guys would ask them to give first name and address for the kid.
All right, so this is third, right? Third one here.
Yeah, I wanna, got a doubt. We have an application, so I'm not quite sure why they've been preliminary. Don't we have, if we had applied,
Yeah,
wouldn't
they're,
this?
they're still considered preliminary. They just, we don't vote on new construction up to one review, so we're just getting here.
Okay,
They're on the agenda.
so this is the
But we
third
asked
one
you
today.
to apply because then if it's not, you're not really, you're not applying for anything. You're just
Right.
asking for some funds,
Okay.
basically. So.
Yeah, because if you haven't applied, and you keep coming for review, it's informal, it means nothing. It doesn't
Yep.
count as your 3 reviews, so.
Okay. So then, you guys still wouldn't be able to approve today, or
Well,
you could?
If you listened to us the last 2 times and,
Me? Listen to you guys?
we're in a good mood.
Are you kidding?
So like an example would be the 2 gentlemen before you, they came in, they met all the things that we asked for, we moved it through. The last gentleman still had comments, so we asked them to come back again with.
Gotcha.
revised plan.
Okay.
So let's see how we did.
Well, I think,
Yes.
yeah, 110, yeah, so here's another one if you want.
Northeast 11th place, because there was another property on the San Andreas. On the San Andreas.
So we were good on all the site issues. We meet all the setbacks, we meet all the lot coverage, we're under 50%. And I highlighted them here just to make sure you guys can see them clearly.
Okay.
Okay. Um, it's small, but
So it's 4,875 on a 14,000 square foot lot. Okay.
yeah, so we're just under the 50%. We got something. Yeah. As far as the floor plan, we basically didn't, you guys didn't really have any issues with the ground level. Everything is within the setbacks here. Let me know when you want me to turn. And then what we did do here, was we had some issues. You had asked me, Scarlett, for a line of sight drawing section, because you guys were concerned with some of these windows. What we've actually done is we've taken that really into consideration, and we've decided that we're gonna leave these bedrooms with either the doors or one window. And then eliminate the windows, which I highlighted here, even in the master, so that there is no vision to the neighbors on the side.
Okay.
We thought that that would be a great, give back to you guys. Then, of course, we do meet the setback here of 30 on both sides.
By the way, this window wouldn't have been an issue because that rule only applies to the rear 2/3, so the front third, there's not a privacy.
That's good. I appreciate you telling me that.
but I'm just wondering if it's gonna kick into the excessive
Yeah,
blank walls.
exactly. So as I say.
now you created another issue.
You eliminated the privacy, but potentially now you have a pretty bland elevation, right?
Well,
So
let's see what we
let's-
think about
let's get
this.
to that.
Let's get to
That's
that.
Front and rear, right?
Front and rear, right,
and
which is pretty straightforward.
Wood details.
So what we've done is we've decided to,
Like stucco score line.
and that's really what the intent was, to stucco it with the, and really, after talking about it, we're not too keen on just these things by themselves. If you don't mind me drawing on this, we're thinking that we might go ahead and continue this type of imagery on these as well. And in fact, you know, we're not really liking these as well. So we might even introduce this type of a thought process, just to break this up a little bit more. But I think if we,
Is it the same plane or is there, this steps back here, no?
this actually is what steps back because of that 15-foot
Just on the
setback.
second floor only.
That's
Got it,
correct,
got it.
only on the
So
second
this
floor.
line is really.
Just a junction,
Not really.
yeah, not really there. I mean, I wouldn't mind adding a couple of stucco
Yeah,
joints.
it's we
to
did for a
this.
score line, but in terms of the planes.
That's
this is
correct.
All one plane.
This is all one plane, corrected. This is the only one that's recessed back 5 feet.
This dark area.
Those are wooden louvers, exactly, to block the line of sight.
There, cause then you can kind of see.
Right.
That's.
So,
that's where that's
exactly.
at.
So we've got those louvers. We can block that line of sight.
So what is above it?
Stucco,
So this,
that's the
is
parapet.
is this a covered roof here?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
That's a covered roof, correct.
Okay.
So what's happening here in the first?
And that on the, those are the bedrooms. That's your
Kitchen.
kitchen.
That's what I was-
Oh, the other side, yeah.
13 foot high.
That's correct. That's on the kitchen side.
So this, the height is fine.
Yes, correct.
You have a 3D elevation that maybe help you interpret it better. The last two pages.
Yeah.
One, and then the other page, the other side.
Here's the kitchen here.
Correct.
Wall.
I saw.
So I'm really looking forward to adding a few more of these things to,
Would you just add that or would you continue?
if
this
it,
one?
if they're on the same level, I would continue it.
Yeah, this looks like it's.
I think they are.
The
So
front,
considered excessive blank walls.
And you know what? Even if it's, if this one guides it, we just make this one the same. Yeah, take it to the same height.
I mean, I think.
Let me ask you this.
Please look at, oh,
For just purely as a decorative thing, can you leave this the way it is? The way it is just in the front and extend this one back, extend that one back and create an architectural detail, a band, like a. You know, this would eliminate some of this and extend that one.
True, because you already do have openings.
Right.
Here, right? This is where you have nothing.
Yeah.
So.
Create an eyebrow that goes all the way back. Or go point and then flip it over here to this, maybe to go to that window or something.
Well, I like doing things for reasons. Obviously, for the window, that would make a lot of sense. I just, I don't like to add more
And that would-
fanfare.
That would break up that excessive window,
Mhm.
except for excessive wall.
I mean, we're talking peanuts, this kind of stuff. That's not gonna be too complicated.
Not so much this one.
Yeah, I'd probably,
The front here.
I would take this and I'd match this one here.
So big bland wall, but it's first floor, side, yard.
Yeah.
Theory. That visible.
You guys okay with that?
yeah, I love the idea, or the eyebrow continue.
I gotta ask them because it's their money. I can draw all the pretty pictures I want, but, they're gonna have to pay for it.
Elevation, is it, which one is it? This is
This is over by the family room on the,
south elevation and north elevation.
Yeah, I would feel good with it if either you do this or, and again, because this is at the front of the house, right? So like if you're walking your dog, driving by, whatever, coming this direction, then this is pretty blank and empty, but the funny part is, if you wanted to, you could put you could put the window back there, because it's in the
True.
front part. So if you said, hey, yeah, we want to put a a window that is a clear story going across the top of the bed or something like that. That or extending the eyebrow,
Yeah.
that,
What did you have in the old ones? With a clear story, or you had two windows?
Actually, it was just one single window. Yeah, so the clear story would be nice, because then it won't affect the headboard.
yeah.
And then again, your eyebrow would have, again.
Purpose.
Purpose, right?
Yeah,
Shading
I'd love that.
window.
I would love that.
Yeah, then, as to me, it's as much of like, okay, people coming from one way to the other, it
Break it
makes
up.
this side more dynamic and
I like it.
worth the price per square foot. and all that good stuff.
Definitely. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. But. Cause then it matches that side, right? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No. Well, we could talk about it right now. I mean, would you guys be opposed to maybe stone as opposed to just
Like a,
board?
the keystone.
Yeah, it'd be nicer to have
Yeah.
a material. that-
Do we have to show it right now here or?
No, but it looks like
do
it's
that?
coming back, so next time, you know, you think about it, talk about it, price it, and then add it if you want to add it.
Yeah, cause we should be able to move you to a voting piece, and as long as you've addressed and done something
Yes.
with kind of that area, and I think all of us would agree, like, hey, having different material types is more compelling than the exact same. Than just for,
As a hatching for now, and just say, you know, either.
Decorative material.
Decorative materials for.
Yeah.
Stucco.
Or we could actually just, stone, wood, what alternate, yeah, to be determined.
I like the dazzling.
Bedazzling?
The dazzling.
So we would have to come back for to show the eyebrows, the new eyebrows?
Yeah, I think we'd like to see them.
Unless I can just submit them and you guys can see them.
Well, you could submit it to us, not come for the next one, and as long as we see it in here, we can vote on it without you, like, you don't have to.
I can
show
be
up for
here.
that.
I can show up.
I love seeing you guys. Of course I want to come back. Maybe it'll give me an opportunity to finish that joke. You're not gonna be able to keep it here.
All the way down from the southwest.
Before Halloween.
You come 2 more times before the end of the year, forget it. So,
Let's make sure it's diet though. I gotta make sure that I can fit into my costume.
yeah.
Okay, so really at this point, the issues are those two side elevations to break them up somehow, right? Lot coverage with the eyebrow. Yeah,
Yep.
how they want to treat it, add the window, extend the eyebrows.
Other than that, I think we're.
So I did
we're
kind of
almost
listen.
there.
I did kind of listen, kind of,
Yeah.
kind of, sort of. Hey, it was my sister that got all the beatings, not me. I was the good kid in the house, all right?
Absolutely.
You guys had a full house today.
Yeah.
God.
Alrighty, so we're gonna see you next time.
See you next time, and.
Okay.
Probably will be it.
That sounds like a plan. Just for my own knowledge, how far are overhangs permitted into the setbacks? 2, 3, as long as you don't,
Case by case, yeah, 2 or 3 feet, but.
Not a big deal.
We don't have a strict regulation.
okay, perfect.
We have another address there, the 11143 Northeast 8th Avenue, driveway. Oh, 6N. 6N. The,
Gage.
Thanks,
call
guys.
6N.
Driveway on the new items, you
Oh.
want to go?
Sure.
6N?
6N, yes.
All right, so we're moving, so this is gonna be, 5F is gonna be moved to next review. And then, I'm sorry, what was it, 6N? 6N, 11143 Northeast 8th Avenue driveway installation. Or it'll be actually, it's done with review. It'll be on the agenda for voting next. Or like moving it. Oh, wait a second. 5C is the same thing. We're moving that to a vote at the next time. So it's like 3 reviews and now a vote. And then 5A, we actually moved it to a vote. We said, okay, let's go. Okay, so.
You're not showing an approach. Your driveway drawing stops at the property line. You can have the approach portion crosses the right of way to meet the street. Yeah, I mean, you gotta get your
Yeah.
driveway to meet the road. Right now, your driveway is stopping short of the road.
We didn't prepare this. This was prepared, I think, by the contractor.
Yeah, this is your property line. This needs to continue out and meet the street, which is.
And,
Yeah, same.
yeah,
Yeah, of course, you gotta get to the street, otherwise you're gonna cross grass between the street and your driveway.
Edward, show them page
So just
3, 2. It's on their impervious. They don't have the swale part out at all, which is like the other indicator. Yes, that's the other indicator that, but they need to update that.
it's a discussion, I will say, okay, the next agenda, they get moved to.
So there's import.
In these
Well,
applications, it's better.
They are, yes.
Allowed to show.
It's like
You
three
can't,
reviews of a-
your driveway
because they're
can
still-
exceed,
still
can
new.
exceed 40% of your front yard, which doesn't look like you do. And the approach, the portion that crosses the right of way from the street to the driveway, also cannot exceed 40% of the swale of the public. Well, she's showing it to the, whoever did it, is showing it to the driveway, but not to the swale. And that's because there's nothing in the swale on your drawing, right? So she,
It's an electrical.
whoever, he or she,
But
needs
they- I
to
mean, whatever.
in the driveway.
We can talk to them.
cross the Swale, the approach, and then do the calculations for the approach portion. The right of way. It looks like you're gonna be fine based just looking at the site. plan. Just to cross the, dot the i's. So we'll table it for now, revise that plan, revise those calcs. Otherwise. Aye. So motion to table 6N for revised. calcs.
Okay. Ed Scarlett, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Yep.
All right, so we actually have, somebody that, wanted to have a question for us. Can I get the name, please? Like, just to go to the microphone? Oh, is this? Okay. All right, well, we're hearing you.
It's not on the agenda. is like-
You're not on the agenda, so. So this is not the electrical then?
No, this is the other.
Figure it out.
One notification, you should put in the second.
What's the address?
Not doing.
Is, it's in the draft.
Bright yellow or anything.
Just read it to me.
Hi, can you please speak into the mic?
It's not unusual. Tom Jones. So we matched the roof to the paint. The paint was done by the previous owner under a permit. And you have that in, I think you call it the blue folder. So when they did the roof, some of the paint peeled off when they were taking off some of the soffit and repairing the soffit. And we want to paint it the same color that it was. This is the color. So when I went to apply, Dina at the building department says, well, if you choose one of the colors, we just give you the permit. But we didn't quite match the exact color to the house. So
So this has already been painted, that color under a previous
Yes.
paint permit?
yes.
Yeah.
Here, you want to see?
By the way, it's 6R 930 Northeast or 21st Street, exterior paint.
This
color.
is the house.
So it's like a.
It's,
Like a
uh,
terracotta color.
it's close to this color here,
Yeah.
which is like a Roomba terracotta color. Yeah, and our roof is brown. Like,
So, I'm sorry, Gage, we're adding it 6R.
Yeah, it's 6R
930.
930 Northeast 121st Street.
Each 121st.
And then the fascia, we want
So it-
to match.
Is this the color? Because, we have to like
Yes, of
approve a
course.
color. So you're picking
Roomba.
Roomba orange, Sherwin-Williams 6642.
Yeah, that's the color right there. That's the closest one that we got to that one. And then for the trim, we were gonna do the thank you very much. And then for the trim, we were gonna do to match the metal roof. It's SW, and I'll show you the color. Where is it? 7040.
What?
Smokehouse.
Kind of like a charcoal color.
No, it's 7. Oh, you know what it is? Swatch. It's in the application. Okay. Should be in your. should be-
Well, I don't have anything for
So w-
you.
so-
Yours didn't get on the internet, but
Which, I have a color here, it's smokehouse,
yeah, that's the one he's.
and that's the trim, or what is that?
Trim.
Trim, okay.
Okay, so if you refresh the Dropbox, you should see the,
Send it out.
yeah.
So,
And SW 6363 on the walls.
so motion to approve then?
Second.
Okay, David Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Is that under new
Sorry how
business?
Anticlimactic.
Yeah, I made it 6R.
Offers that,
Jeez.
you had to wait that long for that, but sorry,
Thank you.
For waiting.
yeah, sorry.
This is yours. Pretty boilerplate approval at this point, right? It'll still get a formal notice from the building department. Yeah.
Well, there's not actually a permit. It's the color's been approved. I don't know what they give out
I
per
don't know,
thing.
yeah, from here to OpenGov, giving
It's,
the permit.
it's gonna issue, OpenGov is gonna issue them a permit. They can start work as soon as it's issued.
Okay. I just have a quick question about the septic tanks. I know that Miami-Dade County has a program to eliminate septic tanks and to connect to public sewer. Are you,
We don't have sewer.
oh, okay.
We- There needs to be a sewer line first before you can connect to it.
Yeah,
Oh, you have a sewer line. And there's a sewer in the street?
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard of other houses on 121st going through the program that then the county like subsidizes and pays for them to get hooked up across the street. I know of a couple houses on 121st, but my best advice would be to go into the North Miami, like City Hall place. Because the one guy that I personally know that got into the program, he just went in there and kept asking questions until they pointed him to the right person over there. But yeah, it's a added benefit of being on 121st. But, yep.
Thank you. All right, you too.
I think there's a quota for the number of houses a year that they'll do it or something like that, so. Yeah, try and get on the 25, the January 1.
If there's a sewer line in front of you, I mean, it wouldn't be a matter of just.
Well, you could pay full freight to do it, but he went through the plan and waited and then got approved the following year and hooked up.
Nice.
Yep.
Lucky.
Mhm.
Thank you, sir. All right, I think we have a resident that's back. Campos? You have a question or? Sure. Just-
Hi, good evening. I'm Nicolas Porcel with Anna's husband. We live
Okay.
on 9th Avenue. And we're very happy here. We moved a few months ago. And I have two questions. The first one, on the front of the house, that area that belongs to the city is grass, no? So when it rains, pretty much every day, we have gas coming in or contracts or whatever. And when they park, they destroy the grass. So I was wondering what options can we use?
You can repeat, I'm sorry, I didn't understand. You said gasoline from the park?
No, so basically what you can do is you can fill the swale, but it has to match what your driveway is, but you can only go up to a certain percent. So a certain percent you have to leave it grass. Now, people can park on it, but you can't, fill it to a certain amount of driveway and then fill the rest with gravel or anything like that. You can only go up to the percent of the swale that's allowed to be
So,
covered.
so again, can you just clarify what the problem is?
His problem was his
Come right to the
cars parking-
solution. What is the,
Cars parking on the grass and.
somebody else's
grass.
parking is parking on their grass?
Oh, his friends.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to put you want to put a parking surface in your swale?
I
Yeah.
mean, my neighbor, in the house in front of us, he has a gravel, no? And the other one has, it's not concrete, but it's something like that. So when you park, you don't destroy the
Yeah.
grass, basically. So I would like to know what options do we have?
You can put guest parking, right? A parking surface.
Okay.
There are certain things that are considered an improved parking surface, up to 40% of that public right-of-way area. So
And you just put a new concrete driveway in, I believe, too. So you would want to make it, relate to your new driveway. Could you just put a concrete driveway in? I think you had a,
If it's possible.
Yeah,
We-
but again,
we-
up to 40% max, so
Oh, s-
60% of that area would have to stay grass. Shrubbery, ground cover.
Okay,
landscape,
that's called the swell, right?
swale area.
Okay, perfect. I'll make my calculation. The second one, this is my little boy, Mateo, and, yeah. My biggest concern here is he's gonna, as you can see, he's very active. He's gonna start walking pretty soon. And I walk around with him pretty much every day on the trolley. And I see there's several houses with like a small gate that I would like to have the same. So if if the door is open, for example, he's not gonna run into the street. You're very familiar with the area. 9 Avenue in the morning the car drives at 50 miles per hour. It's crazy. And people put signs, this morning we have workers and the cars were driving like at 40, 50 miles, like driving like crazy. So that's my second concern. How can I apply for a gate permit? A small gate just for the driveways, because I have a.
well,
the-
so what you just did there, you're saying two different things. So you are allowed to put a pedestrian gate in. So if you wanted to have a walkway with a gate between your walkway and the street, the code does allow a pedestrian gate in your front yard, within a certain height and width. But a driveway gate, our code prohibits driveway gates. So, there's no, you could apply, but unfortunately we'd have to deny it because there's no way of doing a driveway gate. The only option would be a variance, and then you'd have to go through an entire process of proving the necessity of having a driveway gate.
Okay,
Okay, I mean, you're living in a community where most of the, 95% of the homes don't have driveway gates, and people tend to be able to keep their kids in their backyards. There's not an issue with a child running into the street. So, but you also have, I believe, you have hedges across the front of your yard. So, I mean, you've already taken major steps to protect the front of your house from the street.
Yeah.
It's just that you don't have, a position to do your driveway.
exactly.
If you wanted, you could look at the neighbor across the street from you on the corner.
Mhm.
He's right there. He put a gate on his driveway, a pedestrian gate. So if you wanted to bring your hedge back along your driveway towards your house and put a pedestrian gate, that would protect your front yard. So you do have a process of protecting your way. It just would not close off your driveway. Are you following me? So if you came down, you took the hedge that you currently have and you came down your driveway and then left a space for a 5 foot wide, 6 foot high, I think it is gate, or is it 6 foot wide, 5 foot high? 5 wide, 6 high. You could actually create a front yard with a gate. It's just you're not you wouldn't be closing off the driveway part.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. With the trees that we have right now, it's pretty much impossible to get in. Unless you want to go under the trees, so it's fine. But why I'm here, yeah, you just mentioned 95%. What about the other 5% they apply to this?
Grandfather.
There's some that were the grandfather, there were some that they've been there for a very long time. There are some people that actually got variances.
Okay, how can I apply to the variances? Because the
Well,
houses.
we
on
have
Ninth
to,
Avenue-
we have to decline you, and then you can apply for a variance. The other thing too is if it got approved, which very likely would not, but if it did, then you wouldn't be able to build it out near the road. It would have to be back in your property
Yeah.
and at least a vehicle's length inside of the, so there's some considerations there. I mean, the other thing too is like the three of us all live on Griffin Boulevard, which their cars actually do go 45, 50 miles an hour. If it's the speed of cars, the
Call the
first
police.
thing they're gonna tell you is, hey, you should have police officers, but also most people on 9th, because I have another house that's on 10th, are gonna say, hey, there's not people driving 50 miles an hour all of the time. So you can download what the variance form is of the 4 questions that they ask you and all that type of stuff. You would have to have an extremely compelling story as to why, because generally speaking, like people that are on Griffin, which is fast, or people that are on 6th, which are the 2 fast roads, they don't get variances for the same consideration that you're trying to ask for.
Okay,
So-
at least I'm gonna try. And what is the purpose of this, rule? Because it's my house at the end, no? If I wanna.
Yeah, but sir, why did you move to the park? The park is we have a community that has made decisions in the past that we don't want fences in our front yard. So we have a neighborhood that has majority of the houses do not have fences in their front yard. And the village, and I've been here for 25 years, and the village has consistently said we don't want it, okay? So you moved here knowing we don't allow fences in the front yard, but the compelling reason is that now you moved here and you want to put a fence in your front yard.
I'm not the only one. Huh?
So the question is, you know, I would just say, why'd you move here? You know, if we don't allow it, but you know, that's your property to do what you like. So, but the point being is that, you know, there is a variance application way of doing it. To answer your question, the community has ruled and on numerous occasions that they don't want fences in front yards, but it is up to the village commission to make a decision on those issues. You know, if you'd like to have a gate, you can apply for it. You know, we would look at it, you know, probably deny it because based on the code. And if you wanted to apply for a variance, there's a 4-point variance application that you'd have to fill out, and you'd have to convince the commission that you meet all 4 points of that variance application.
All right. Perfect. Thank you very much.
But I just gave you an example. You just used your child as an excuse for why you want to have a fence in your front yard. And I just gave you a compelling way of doing it without even having to go for a variance. That there is ways in the code that you could install a hedge with a gate in your hedge that would protect your front door from stopping your child from running out into the street. So my point being is that there are ways of doing things in our code that would give you what you're looking for. It's just it would stop short of actually putting a gate between your car and the street.
No,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but maybe my English is,
Déjame hablar.
I didn't understood
So just-
exactly how to.
I think I think I did understand. So basically we do have a hedge, right? And up to our driveway, we can just put on the other side of the hedge, right? Like towards our home, 5x6? No, 5 feet,
5 foot wide.
5 foot
6
wide by
tall
6.
Pedestrian gate, not the driveway gate, pedestrian gate.
What is
So if you-
I don't
that?
know exactly what your house looks like, but I'm assuming
The
you have
driveway.
you have a straight driveway?
Yes.
Like that? Okay. And you have a hedge here. This is your house. Yeah. So along the street, you have a hedge like this, right? What gate? And this side as well. Okay. And then your driveway. Okay. Okay. So if this is the street, this is what Gage is suggesting is this hedge can continue this right back towards your house, right? And in this hedge is where you can put a gate, a pedestrian gate. So he's saying, okay, your front yard where you're concerned your child might run out of the house would at least be enclosed by the hedge, and you can put a single pedestrian gate by code allowed in that hedge. Your driveway is not going to be allowed to have a gate, so your driveway, if your child's in the driveway, you could run out to the street, yes. But at least the front yard, using landscaping, you could kind of secure it, okay? Yeah, so that way you don't need a variance, that's allowed, you come back.
Just need a permit, please.
You need a
Ask-
permit.
apply for a
You
permit.
need a permit for that gate, but that's allowed. So that's an option. So. Yeah, so this hedge here, right,
Yeah,
you
we
can,
continue
you can
all the
go
way to the house.
backwards towards the house. And then you can put the gate here if you want, facing the street. You could put the gate on the side off the driveway, which is probably more convenient because you get out of your car. You want to go through the gate this way, not come back out and go in. But-
This area right here, I have 40%.
And this here, exactly, you could add an approved parking surface with a permit. Needs to be consistent with the design of your driveway, so if you have a concrete driveway, then probably it wants to be concrete as well. Yeah.
Well, you've already used a portion of the swale because of the existing driveway. So let's say that you've used 25%. You could add 15% more. It may not even be a full car's size, but it depends on what the dimensions of your swale are. So if you when we approved, because if we look up when we approved, we could see their old thing.
Anyways, this part, what David's saying is your approach that's there now is gonna count as part of that 40%. Right? So who knows what of your entire swale, you can cover it with an approved parking by 40%. Yeah, so you can add 20% more than max, right? By whatever, adding a parking space, probably one parking space maybe.
I mean, I just did that. I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. I just gotta reply back approved on both of them. Okay, I'll do that. I know.
Twenty twenty is max, doesn't matter where it is, 2020 is the max. Okay, alrighty, no problems, good luck.
Thank you. Nope. All right, so I'm gonna go back to the agenda. All right, we have the minutes from our meeting of September 9th, 2024. September 9th.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Scarlett David, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. All right. Next, we will go to 5D, 11921 Northeast 12th Avenue, concrete driveway, Romaine is the name.
Paige, can you repeat the item number?
I'm sorry, 5D, 11921 Northeast 12th Avenue. It says we approved it on 8/19/2024.
So this is just to review the updated documents that they submitted because everything was not submitted when you originally approved this.
28 or 25 percentage. Oh, yeah, I remember. She was here.
Drawings that don't look at one shows that storm drain. I mean, that's
Yeah, the first one didn't show the storm drain. The second one, she was here last time. She mentioned the storm drain. So she's going around the drain with that parking surface. I have a feeling they're still gonna drive over it, but that's.
And the calculations needed to be updated.
The calculation. We already had approved this, so
Okay, so motion to approve a second time? Motion to approve again?
Yeah, David? Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, motion carries again. Okay, next would be 5F, oh no, we just did that. We did that. 6B, 645 Northeast 114th Street, wood fence.
Sorry, which one was it?
6B, 645 Northeast 114th Street. It's right around here somewhere. Okay. New wood fencing, yeah, on the sides.
It's clear and acceptable color for wood.
Yeah,
Okay.
staying clear.
If it's clear, is that technically a stain or is that just a ceiling?
It's the ceiling.
Motion to approve?
David, Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye. All right. Did we do the Riaz did they leave without their demolition permit? Huh? We did do 6D? All right, next will be 6F 980 Northeast 116th Street, shed. Fine is the name.
Motion to approve?
Did anybody notice, not last weekend, but the weekend before, the helicopter? There was a helicopter circling in the park it was over on my side, and all of a sudden it like started like leaking pink gas, like smoke. It was a gender reveal, and it was for the fines, because there was, I happened to go by and it was at their house, and I know the fines. And I was like, they were having a baby reveal and they hired a helicopter to do smoke. It was kind of funny. I've never seen that, but it was funny. Whatever. I thought it was 3 to the rear.
To the side. Or wait, hold on.
Corner, the front faces 100 and front door faces, what is that? 116th Street. 3-foot rears, 10-foot side, 6 by 12, 72 square foot.
So,
Motion.
sorry,
Um,
so I didn't, so sheds are allowed to be 3 and 3, or they have to be 10? That's why on the side.
Sheds have 3-foot rear and 10-foot side setback.
Okay, so that he's like right where he can be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scarlett, then Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. All right, so next would be 6H 1009 Northeast 117th Street, accordion shutters. It says, I'm sorry, accordion shutters and impact windows.
I think it's just a door. We're doing an impact front door, glass door, and then shutters that are rated white.
Okay.
Second.
Ed, David, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Next would be 6I 1010 Northeast 115th Street, windows installation, fog. Okay.
So number 1, 2, 12, and 13. Is that the front of the
door.
house?
All horizontal.
Motion to approve?
Okay, David, Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Next would be 6K 10921 Northeast 10th Avenue, concrete driveway. But there's no parking on the property. There's 0 on the property. Motion to deny.
This is the house across the street from me. Problem is they have, or they already dug the holes and did the thing, but the bigger problem is like they don't have the cash flow to expand it, so this is gonna be a while before it changes.
And it needs to come out to the street because it doesn't even look like the asphalt pavement's all like,
Yeah, it goes to the street, but it doesn't, I don't think that it goes in deep enough.
okay.
Second.
Okay, Ed, David, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, motion to deny is approved. Next, 60-11700 Northeast 9th Avenue, exterior paint, another paint. Waiting for it to load.
Motion to approve.
Okay. David, Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. All right, so I believe we completed our agenda. Next meeting is going to be October 7th. So October 7th, Pedro would be joining us, or
That's the one.
Pablo, sorry, Pablo.
That's the one that I'm not here for.
Okay,
I'll be here for the second one.
7th and 21st.
Yeah.
Are you, both Scarlett and Ed are okay on the 7th?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can I ask a quick question on 6E? They
Yeah.
did, they're the pool one, I think, and we approved them, but they have chain link fence that goes all the way around. When you have a pool in the backyard, are you allowed to have see-through climbable chain link fence on the sides facing the public, facing the road? Or are they then gonna need to come back to do a fence permit to change at least that area?
I believe that we allow chain link fence on round
chain
pools.
link
We do allow chain link fence. on
Fence is
pools.
allowed with respect to pool issue.
Yeah,
Well, cause like we don't, our whole thing is like, oh, we can't have gates that kids can climb and
I
they
mean,
can't see through it.
The argument about chain link being climbable, get it, but technically it's allowed as a pool.
Yeah.
it's actually called out as a legal thing around a pool. If you go under the pool,
Obviously the most climbable.
it is super climbable, but
It is.
And it's what is it called, an attractive nuisance where they're
But-
insurance
but
company.
to answer your question, if they came in for a new permit, they could not have chain link that faces the right of way. So you could not have chain link that now faces the street. So if they have it existing and they don't take it down to dig that hole of that new pool, they could keep it.
I didn't want to get into with them there because they weren't on a fence permit thing, but I was.
Yeah, but they do allow pool. You know, it's sad to see another house going down with an empty lot and it's just gonna end up with a chain link fence around it with no permits pulled. But
I've said it before, I think we should consider adopting like Bay Harbor has. You get a demo permit, you demo, you have to sod, move your fence until you have a new construction permit.
well, I thought that's, but
Up,
But the-
job site for 6 months, 2 years, 5 years.
that's, I agree with you. I don't understand how when somebody gets a demo permit, they do it, they finish it, the fence needs to come down. But we end up having all these fences all over the place and I don't understand, it's out of our control. It's on the village side, but, I agree, this house, you can tear this fence down, you gotta fill that pool in, you gotta make it into a park and then take the fence down. If you don't have building permits yet, but that's.
I mean, I think it just needs to be more explicit in the code that that's the rule. Demo, completion, removal of fence, sod, maintain the yard, right?
I just don't, I mean, we are giving a fence permit for the demolition permit. And the demolition permit is finished. It should be, the fence permit should go away. But I agree, totally agree. We have fences everywhere now.
And again, it's,
Unless somebody goes out and enforces it, I mean, what's the point? You know,
I think you could say that about all of our, right? Because, Mac is always trying to kind of, let's add this requirement, add this, add that, but you're not enforcing what we already have in the books. All this other stuff is,
It's, yeah. All right, can I get a motion to adjourn, please?
motion to adjourn.
Okay. Ed, David, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, we're adjourned at 8:38. Thank you, everybody.